Hello and welcome into another game of Grand Lake Mariner baseball here on YouTube. And I'm Ryan Strobeck, proud to bring you coverage of Grand Lake Mariner baseball all season long. We're here at the Western Hills High School as the Grand Lake Mariners are taking on the Cincinnati Steam in a Central versus Southern matchup. We have a doubleheader on tap today. First game beginning in just a few minutes as Mariners arriving just within the hour and going to get able to play today. And we're about set to go for a doubleheader. We're only playing 2 7-inning games, though. For the Mariners, they wish that yesterday was a 7-inning game, but unfortunately it was not. So we're ready to begin tonight's matchup between the Grand Lake Mariners and the Cincinnati Steam. Patrick Reif going to lead things off for the Mariners. Let's get you the rest of the starting lineup for you. Patrick Reif going to lead things off playing left field. Joe Isles, he's going to get the catching duties tonight. He's batting second. The first pitch to Reif is down, or called a strike, 0-1. Blake Buckman, he's going to be batting third. He's playing second. Malve Bettinger playing first, batting cleanup. Tucker Linder batting fifth, and that pitch is chopped up the middle. Charging in, throw on. That one's low, but it is scooped up right there for the first out of the inning. So Reif is retired for the first out of the inning. Going to bring you to the plate, Joe Isles. Let's get the rest of the starting lineup. Nate Osmo playing short. He's batting sixth. Nick Varda DHing. He's batting seventh. Cole Womack playing third and batting eighth. And R.J. Williams playing center and batting ninth. That pitch is swung on, and that one's hit the deep center field, but roaming back on it and making the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down here quickly in the top half of the first inning. Blake Buckman coming to the plate. So Blake Buckman to the plate. That's pitch. That one's slowly topped down the first baseline. Pitcher comes up with it, flips on to first. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners here in the top half of the first inning. No score. We head to the bottom half of the first. Steam coming to bat. We're back here, bottom of the first inning. Mariners go 1, 2, 3 in the top half of the first inning. We're playing it up here tonight, folks, and let's get you the starting lineup for the Cincinnati Steam. Jace Mercer going to lead things off. He's playing center field. Jake Bork playing shortstop, batting second. Dallas Beaver is playing first. He's batting third. Mike Moffitt playing left field, batting cleanup spot. Blaine Griffiths DHing, batting fifth. Hayden Singer, he's batting sixth, doing the catching duties tonight. Alex Holderbach is playing third. He's batting seventh. Roger Dennison is playing right field, batting eighth. And Will Vogelsang is playing second base, rounding out the order for this team. On the mound for the Mariners here tonight is Steven Morrison. 1.8 ERA, 5 innings pitched, 1 strikeout for the right-hander. There's the wind, the pitch. That one's flied, foul territory, 1-0. We're already started here, but Mariners arriving just about an hour ago, so they're feeling a little bit of rush, but nonetheless, they're underway here. That pitch fouled off. 0-2 goes the count. As Jays Mercer to the plate. Left-handed hitting. Batting .325 on the year with 7 RBIs. The line, the pitch. Swung on and missed. As the leadoff hitter is down on strikes for the Steam. 1 gone. Jake Bork coming to the plate. He's the shortstop for the Steam here this evening. Comes from Springboro, Ohio. Teammates of Patrick Reif as he goes to University of South Carolina Upstate. He looks at a strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-1. Bork, .350 average, 3 runs, 3 RBIs, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts on the season. Here's one, the pitch from Morrison, swung on and missed, 0-2. There's the next pitch, curveball. That one's hit the short. Osmo comes up with it, throwing on the run in time for the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down so far in the bottom half of the first inning. Dallas Beaver coming to the plate.
The first baseman for the University of Central Florida, number 38, Dallas Beaver.
So Dallas Beaver to the plate for the Cincinnati Steam. Morrison winds. And the pitch is outside, 1-0. First ball thrown by Morrison today through 6 straight strikes to the first 2 batters. And now Beaver sees ball 1. The next pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. Something the Mariners really need to do a better job of, especially their bullpen, I believe, is to throw strikes. I mean, later in the innings, and what really cost them last night is a lot of walks. That pitch outside, 2-1. The Mariners need to throw strikes, trust your defense, as they say. There's the wind, the pitch, the 2-1. That one swung on, hit the Buckman at second. Buckman comes up with it. Throw on to first in time. 1, 2, 3, go the Steam. In the bottom of the first, we head to the second. No score here in Cincinnati. We'll be right back. We're back here in the second inning. Mariners Steam tied at 0. Both teams going quickly. In the first inning, took 4 pitches for the Mariners. And Steam saw 10 pitches. So Malavey Bettinger going to come to the plate, looking to see if he can get some more looks here on the starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Steam.
Leading off for Grand Lake, the first baseman from the University of Toledo, number 21, Melody Bettinger.
Bettinger, 290 average, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. And also has 8 walks on the year. There's a line the pitch. That one's lined into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. So Malave Bettinger gets the first hit of the game. He was first pitch swinging there. So Mariners and Steam wasting no time getting after the starting pitchers here tonight. Nick Barnes on the mound. He comes set. Malave Bettinger at first. Tucker Linder to the plate. The pitch. In there for a strike. 0-1. Linder, 216 average, 4 RBIs, 3 walks, 13 strikeouts. The pitch. And it's a little tapper. Checked his swing. Will get down as a bunt. So a swinging bunt gets Bettinger down to second. Linder retired for first out of the inning here in the second for the Mariners. Nate Osmo to the plate. Runner in scoring position for the Mariners. See if Nate Osmo can deliver him home. Nate Osmo, 256 average. 6 RBIs, 4 runs, 1 walk for the right-handed hitting shortstop from Dartmouth. There's the pitch. That one swung on straight back into the netting. 0-1. So we're playing a doubleheader tonight as forecasted rain tomorrow. So they moved up the game that was supposed to be played tomorrow to today. We'll play only 7 innings in each of the games. There's the pitch. That's in the dirt. Good block right there from Singer. 1-1 the count. One is outside. 2-1. Two one the count on Osmo. The pitch. That one's inside. 3-1. So, without a doubt, the most pitches the Mariner has seen so far today. He's seen 4. Osmo ahead of the count, 3-1. Bettinger at second. He reached on a single to lead off the inning. Here's the pitch. That one's inside. He walked him. So Osmo going to head down to first. The runners now at second and first with only 1 gone. Nick Vada to the plate.
For Grand Lake, the designated hitter from Ashland University, number 35, Nick Varda.
Well, Nick Varda, the DH tonight for the Mariners. He's up in the box against Nick Barnes. There's pitch, shows bunt, gets it down the third baseline, but foul. 0-1. Well, stay with me a little bit as I see that there's a little bit of connection issues. I'll try to fix it as soon as I can. We'll do that in the inning change. Here's the pitch. That's up high. 1-1. As step off towards second. No one was there. Bettinger off of the bag. He froze there for a second. Luckily, there was no one at second. Mariners fell last night. Here's the next pitch. That one is going to be looped into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Wenger just moves up 90 feet. They're making sure that the ball was not going to be cut. Bases are loaded now for the Mariners here in the top of the second inning. Cole Womack to the plate, playing third base for the blue and green here this evening. Bases loaded in the second inning. 2 hits already. Here's the pitch to Womack. That one is fly to right field. Banger back to the bag. Now coming in, Benninger going to tag. Actually, he's going to retreat back to third base as that ball was not hit deep enough. So 2 gone. And R.J. Williams now coming to the plate, the center fielder for the Mariners here this evening. Williams played right field last night for the Mariners, went 2 for 4. Getting the start again once again for the Mariners tonight. 2 gone, bases loaded. The pitch in the dirt, 1-0. There's the 1-0. That one's grounded foul down the first baseline. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on R.J. Williams. Looking to give the Mariners the lead here. There's the 1-1 pitch. That one's popped up, foul territory, over near the fence, but not going to be able to make the play. 1-2 the count. There's the 1-2 pitch. That pitch upstairs, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. Deuces are wild. We're here in the top half of the second inning. No score. Mariners with the bases loaded looking to take the lead. There's the 2-2 pitch. That one's up high. Full count. So base runners will get a head start here with the next pitch. A payoff pitch coming from Nick Barnes to R.J. Williams. Barnes comes set. Time is called. Barnes comes set. The pitch. Inside, he walked in. Mariners take the early lead, 1-0. Everybody moving station to station. RBI walk for R.J. Williams. And Patrick Reif coming back to the plate. Grounded out to short his first time up. So it only took 4 pitches in the top half of the first inning to get through the Mariners lineup. This inning, a totally different story for Nick Barnes. Bases loaded still with 2 gone. Reif to the plate. The pitch low, 1-0. Line the pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. There's the pitch. Yeah, that one gets to the backstop. Osmo going to come in, and he's going to score another run. So a wild pitch scores the second run of the inning. Everybody else moves up 90 feet. 2-0. Mariners lead. So Mariners on top 2-0 here in the top half of the second inning. Patrick Reif still to the plate. Once again, I understand that probably buffering on you guys a lot. I'm going to fix that in the next half inning. There's the pitch. Up high and tight. 2-1. Or it's 3-1, excuse me. So it's 3-1 on Patrick Reif. The pitch. That one's inside. Another walk. And Reif going to head down to first. Joe Isles, the catcher, coming to the plate. He flew out to center his first time up. As we're going to have time. Now would be a good time to try to fix what's going on. If it stops for a second, just realize that I'm just trying to fix it. Okay, we're back. Hopefully that does the job. I'll see if it still continues to have issues. I can still have some tricks up my sleeves, but we'll see. Everything should be fine now. But so it's 2-0 Mariners on top. We're here in the top half of the second inning. 2 runs have already come to score. One on a walk by R.J. Williams, another on a wild pitch. Here's the next pitch. That one's in there to Isles for a strike. 0-1. So it's Vorta at third, Williams at second, Reif at first. 0-1, swung on and missed. 0-2. Oh, it's 0-2 on Joe Isles. 2-0 Mariners lead. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one swung on. That one's blooped into right field, but it's going to hang up there long enough for the second baseman, Vogelsang, to make the catch. We head to the bottom of the second. Mariners get 2. They now lead it 2-0. We'll be right back with the Steam coming to bat. Back here in Cincinnati, Mariners on top 2-0 against the Steam. Steven Morrison on the mound. Took him 10 pitches to get through the first 3 guys of the Steam lineup. That pitch swung on and missed for a strike. 0-1. Mike Moffitt to the plate for the Steam. There's the line, the pitch. That one's chopped slowly to third. Womack comes up with a throw on to first in time for the first out of the inning. First man down for the Steam, Blaine Griffiths to the plate. A designated hitter for the Steam. Blaine Griffiths. 297 average, 1 home run, 3 RBIs on the year. Righty on lefty matchup. Morrison Wines delivers. That pitch swung on and missed. 0-1. Morrison working effectively here early on. The key, throwing strikes. Here's the next pitch. That one is lined into center field. R.J. Williams going back on it. Wynn's going to keep carrying this one a little bit, but he does make the catch. 2 gone. So 2 quickly gone here in the top half of the second inning. Hayden Singer coming to the plate. A catcher for the Steam. Mariners fall last night 12-10 to the hands of Licking County. They had the lead up until the bottom of the 8th. They're actually leading at 8-2. And Licking County scored 10 runs in the bottom half of the 8th inning. As that pitch called a strike, 0-1. And in what seemed like an inning that just would not end for Grand Lake. They did get 2 in the top of the 9th, but it proved to be not enough. It's now 0-2 on Hayden Singer. Top half second inning, 1 gone. We're in Cincinnati, first game of a doubleheader. Here's Morrison, the pitch. That one's grounded to short. Osmo up with it. Takes his time. Throw on the first in time. 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom half of the second inning. We go to the third. Mariners on top, 3-0. Top half third inning we go. Mariners on top 2-0. As Blake Buckman coming to the plate. Well, Blake Buckman to the plate. 0 for 1. He grounded out to his pitcher last time up. There's the line, the pitch. That one is high and away. 1-0. Game 1, doubleheader. Mariners looking to get back into that win column. They've dropped 3 straight. Here's the pitch. That one popped up sky high. Catcher looking for it and still going to look for it as he grabs it for out number 1. It's a pop out, foul out for Blake Buckman.
First baseman number 21, Malave Bettinger.
So Malave Bettinger now going to step to the plate. 1 for 1 with a 1 run scored this last time up. He let it the second inning off with a single. Got it going for the Mariners. They would get 2 in the inning. Now he's up again. There's the line, the pitch. Curve ball in there for a strike. 0-1.
Dickey cut his thumb on the little clip thing that holds your name tag. And
There's the 0-1. That one's outside, 1-1. O'Malley Benninger to the plate. Next pitch misses, 2-1. Benninger last night he went 0 for 4. Did drive in a run and he came around to score and a walk in the 6th. There's the next pitch, swung on and missed, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Malave Benninger. There's the 2-2 offering. That one swung on, fouled out of play down the left-hand side. We'll redo it at 2-2. One gone here, top half, 13. 2-0 Mariners on top. There's the 2-2. Inside, almost hit Benninger. Full count. Here's the payoff pitch. And they got Benninger looking on the outside corner. 2 gone. So first strikeout of the game for Nick Barnes. And now there's 2 gone as Tucker Linder coming to the plate.
The right fielder, number 10, Tucker Linder.
There's a pitch to Linder, swung on and missed, 0-1. There's a pitch. That one's low. 1-1. Dark clouds are still in the sky right here. We moved this game up for possible rain tomorrow. Let's hope it stays off today. There's the 1-1. That one's outside. Linder thought about it, but decided not to go around. And good idea, as it's 2-1 now, the count. There's a 2-1. That one swung on, popped out of play down the right-hand side. 2-2.
If anyone's on the concourse area, we do ask that you return the foul balls to the concession stand for a reward. Thank you.
There's the line, the 2-2. Swung on, grounded to second. Coming up with it, and the throw on first in time for the third and final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners in the top of the third. We head to the bottom of the third. Mariners on top of the Cincinnati Steam, 2-0. We're here, bottom of the third, 2-0 Mariners lead. Cincinnati coming to bat.
Leading off for the Steam in the bottom of the third inning. The third baseman for the Eastern Kentucky.
Morrison working effectively and efficiently here to begin the ball game. Alex Holderbuck coming to the plate. Holderbuck, the third baseman, looks at a ball down low, 1-0. Morrison winds, delivers the 1-0 pitch. That one is fly to center field. Back goes R.J. Williams. He's going to keep going back. It's over his head. That one's going to get all the way to the warning track, and that one is going to be a leadoff double for Alec Holderbach. First hit of the ball game for the Cincinnati Steam. As Roger Dennison now coming to the plate.
Coming to the Steam is the right fielder from Xavier University, number 31, Roger Dennison.
Roger Dennison to the plate. No one gone here. Leadoff runner on at second base. Steam with their first hit of the ball game. There's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Dennison, 346 average, 1 RBI so far on the season. Morrison comes set, pitching out of the stretch for the first time this evening. The pitch, swung on, chopped to second. Buckman comes up with it, throws on to first. It's in time. Runner moves up 90 feet, but there is one out now. Will Vogelsang coming to the plate. Will Vogelsang to the plate. Steve Morrison on the mound. The pitch is low, 1-0. Vogelsang, 178 average, 7 RBIs on the season. That pitch just a bit outside, it looks like, 2-0. There's the pitch. That one's popped up out of play. 2-1. Morrison so far being effective. He's thrown 24 pitches. 19 of those have been for strikes. A nice job by Stephen Morrison. Next pitch low. 3-1. So a runner 90 feet away from scoring for the Steam. They're looking to cut the lead in half. 2-0 Mariners on top, bottom of the third. That pitch swung on. That one is driven to deep right field. Linder going near the warning track, makes a catch, and the runner's going to tag, head for home, and he's going to be in there safely. 2-1, the lead. So sacrifice fly for Will Vogelsang. Cuts the lead in half. 2-1. Mariners still on top.
Coming for the Steam, the center fielder, number 2, Chase Mercer.
The first pitch to Jace Mercer, and it plunks him. So Mercer going to head down to first. Now there's a runner on with 2 gone.
Now waiting for the Steam, the shortstop, number 5, Shake Ford.
That brings up to the plate Jake Bork. Ground out to short his first time up, and he grounds it to short again. Osmo going to flip to Buckman at second. It's a fielder's choice. It will end the inning here in the bottom of the third. We head to the fourth. The Steam get a run back. It's a 2-1 lead for the We're here in the top half, fourth inning, 2-1 Mariners on top of the Cincinnati Steam. As Nate Osmo coming to the plate. There's the line, the pitch to Osmo, that's outside, 1-0. Mariners score 2 in the top half of the second inning. Steam get a run back in the bottom of the third on a sacrifice fly. That pitch is low, 2-0. Next pitch swung on and missed by Osmo. 2-1. Mariners on top here. 2-1. There's the line, the pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-2. There's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Got him, chase one upstairs. Osmo down on strikes. One gone. Nick Vauda to the plate.
That's our second Champions Girls strikeout of the game. Flip that K. We got 8 more until some ballpark nachos. Now batting for Grand Lake, the designated hitter.
So Nick Vauda coming to the plate. One for one today. That one's grounded to second. Going over to his left-hand side and making the play is Vogelsang. 2 gone here in the top half of the fourth inning. 2 quickly gone. Cole Womack to the plate. Flew out to right field his first time up. 2 runs on 2 hits for the Mariners. 1 run on 1 hit for the Steam. Nick Barnes with 50 pitches on the night. Right there. So that pitch fouled straight back, 0-1. 28 strikes, 22 balls for the left-handed pitcher. There's the next pitch. That one is swung on. That one is given a good drive to left field, but foul. 0-2. Oh, 2 to Cole Womack. The pitch swung on and missed. 2 strikeouts on the inning for Barnes. Third overall. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Mariners still on top, 2-1. We go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Mariners go 1, 2, 3 in the top half of the fourth. Now we're to the bottom half of the fourth. As Dallas Beaver coming to the plate. Morrison winds and pitch. It looks like it's outside, 1-0. There's the next pitch. That one's popped up. It's foul. 1-1. That pitch is popped up. High pop up. Womack gonna grab it for the first out of the inning. Now Mike Moffitt comes to the plate.
The left fielder from Northern Kentucky University, number 28, Mike Moffitt.
Morrison winds, delivers. The pitch to Moffitt is inside, 1-0. Moffitt grounded out to third his first time up. There's the next pitch from Morrison. Curveball looks like it was good, but called the ball 2-0. There's the 2-0 pitch. That one swung on, grounded foul down third base line. Nice pick right there from third base coach of the Steam. 2-1 though, the count.
Okay, so we're going to have a storm in Troy setting up the concessionary with the commercial baseball. That's who she is. That's who she is. Red order. She's very nice.
There's the next pitch. That one's shortly chapped. Osmo coming on with it, running throw on to first in time. 2 gone here in the bottom of the fourth. Blaine Griffiths to the plate. Well, at the center his first time up. Two up, 2 down so far in the bottom of the fourth. Morrison winds, delivers the pitch, fouled straight back, 0-1. So Mariners on top, 2-1. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. There's the pitch. That one's in there for a strike. And now, way out of the count, is Stephen Morrison on Blaine Griffiths. It's 0-2. There's the 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. 1, 2, 3 go the Steam in the bottom of the fourth. Mariners still on top, 2-1. We're back here in the top half of the fifth inning. Only 3 more innings, including this one, left to go as this game's only going 7. Mariners on top, 2-1. R.J. Williams going to lead things off for the blue and green.
Leadoff hitter in the 5th inning is the center fielder, number 36, R.J. Williams.
Well, Nick Burns still on the mound for the Steam. Oh, R.J. Williams with an RBI walk his first time up. And his second crack at it. That pitch grounded down the first baseline. That is going to be a foul ball as it just went inside the white line. 0-1 the count on Williams. So it's 0-1 on R.J. Williams. Top of the 5th. The line, the 0-1. Shows bunt, pulls back. Called a ball, 1-1. For our first game of a doubleheader. Mariners on top, 2-1. Next pitch, low, 2-1. There's the 2-1, called a strike, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes on R.J. Williams. The line, the 2-2. That one's lined into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. R.J. Williams leads the top half of the fifth inning off with a single to center field. Patrick Reif to the plate.
Fielder, number 41, Patrick Wright.
That would actually, that would be the good thing is to load them in the back, like this, load them in the back of the gator.
There's the pitch to Reif, shows bunt, he offers, so it's a strike on Reif. 0 for 1 on the day is Reif. He walked his last time up. There's the 0-1. He bunts it down third base line, but this one's going to end up traveling foul. Now it's 0-2. Started off as a promising bunt, but hit that lip of the grass over there and kicked foul. Now it's 0-2 on Reif as he is walking back towards the on-deck circle, or back to the batter's box. There's a Central versus Southern matchup here tonight. Throw over, R.J. Williams back in safely. Martins comes set. Now he throws back over to R.J. R.J. back in safely. We're in Cincinnati for game one of doubleheader. Now Barnes steps off. Barnes comes set. With the 0-2. That one's inside. 1-2. There's the pitch. That one swung on. That one's hit to left field. But right at the left fielder of the Steam for the first out of the inning.
The catcher, number 9, Joe Isles.
Joe Isles stepping to the plate. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Popped out to second. His last time up. R.J. Williams down at first. Top 5. 2-1 our score. Mariners lead. Barnes comes set. R.J. Williams takes off. The pitch swung on and missed. Throw down to second. And it's not going to be in time. It was a good throw, but R.J. Williams just proves to be a little too fast as R.J. Williams in there with his first stolen base of the year. Now a runner in scoring position for Isles. It's an 0-1 count on him as he was swinging on that one. Maybe try to get a hit and run, but Isles couldn't make contact. Barnes comes set. The pitch up high. 1-1. R.J. Williams down at second now. Williams taking off. He gets to third, and he's going to be in there safely. So Barnes almost had Williams picked off there, but the throw is not going to be in time as R.J. Williams now down at third with another stolen base. So good base running by R.J. Williams, and now a fly ball could possibly bring in another run for the Mariners. One gone here, top of the fifth. Joe Lyles to the plate, infield coming in, going to try to cut down the run. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt. It's away from Singer for a little bit, but not too far. 2-1 the count on Isles. There's the next pitch. That one swung on, fouled straight back. 2-2. There's the 2-2. That one's popped up. That one's going to find the stands behind home plate. Just behind us. Well, count remains 2-2. Barnes comes set with the 2-2. Here's the pitch. That one swung on. That one's going to get in the hole of third and short. R.J. Williams going to walk home on Joe Isles with an RBI single. Increases the Mariner lead to 3-1. Mariners on top, 3-1, top of the fifth inning. Blake Buckman coming to the plate. So Isles finding the hole between third and short on a shortened infield as they were in trying to cut down the run. It's by both the short and third baseman. Mariners now with another run. Blake Buckman to the plate. Here's the pitch. That one swung on. That one's going to be lined in the left center. That's going to get down for a base hit. Isles turning around third. He's going to be, or turning around second. He's going to be holed up at third. And now it's first and third. So Isles goes from first to third. Buckman down at first now. Runners on the corner with one gone. Malave Bettinger to the plate. Singled, came around to score in the second. Struck out looking his last time up. Looks like we have a mound visit. Let's see if we... As Will Flynn, the pitching coach for the Cincinnati team, and coming out to talk to Barnes. Malave Bettinger to the plate. We're here in the top half of the fifth inning. 3-1 Mariners lead, looking to get some more. As Isles down at third, Buckman at first. There's the pitch. That one swung on. That one's high and popped up to the left field. Short. And that one's going to be caught for the second out of the inning. So now runners on the corner with only two gone. Tucker Linder coming to the plate. Bettinger not too happy with himself right there as he knows he missed an opportunity. Get another run home. Tucker Linder to the plate. 0 for 2 on the night. The runner goes and going to be in there safely is Buckman. It's called a strike though on Linder, 0-1, but Buckman now in scoring position. So two runners in scoring position now for the Mariners. Base hit could possibly bring them both home. Tucker Linder at the plate. Comes set, the pitch. That one's down and away. 1-1. Top 5, 3-1 Mariners lead. Isles at third, Buckman at second.
So with that said, it usually only even comes up in the last inning blowout.
There's the 1-1 offering. That one's popped up and back out of play. 1-2. So Linder down in the count here. Looking to drive some more in for the Mariners here right now. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. He punches Tucker Linder out. And Mariners strand 2, but they do get 1 run on a Joe Isles single. RJ Williams comes in to score. We head to the bottom of the 5th. The Mariners on top 3-1. Bottom half 5th inning, 3-1 the score here in Cincinnati as Mariners taking on the Steam of the Southern Division. Joe Isles with an RBI single in the top half of the 5th inning, giving the Mariners a 2-run lead. Hayden Singer to the plate. Ground out to short his first time up. Morrison lines and delivers. That pitch popped up. Short center field. RJ Williams coming in, calls everybody off and makes the catch. 1 gone. As Alex Holderbach comes to the plate. He doubled his first time up. And he came around to score. It's the only hit for the Steam tonight. Pitch. That one's down and away. 1-0. We're here in the bottom of the 5th, only playing 7 tonight in the 2 doubleheader games. That pitch called strike, 1-1. So we're almost at the conclusion of game 1, moving pretty quickly here. The pitch. That pitch low, 2-1. There's the 2-1. Up high, 3-1. There's the 3-1. That one just misses low. And Holderbach now down at first. Will Vogelsang coming to the plate.
Now ready for the steam, the right fielder. Number 31, Roger Jennison.
A pitch to Dennison. It is called a strike, 0-1. Runner first, one gone. Bottom 5, 3-1 Mariners lead. Here's the pitch. That one's low. 1-1. There's the 1-1. That one swung on, fouled off to the left-hand side. 1-2. One ball, two strikes on Roger Dennison. He's 0 for 1 tonight. A pitch. Curveball that's grounded to Morrison. He looks and throws on to first. The only play for Morrison is a slowly tapped. Second out of the inning, though, for the Steam. Will Vogelsang to the plate.
Baseman number 4, Will Vogelsang.
Morrison comes set, looks at second, now delivers home. Curveball in the air for a strike, 0-1. Runner on second with 2 gone. It's Alex Holderbach down there at second. Almost a throwback, but Holderbach back in diving and with no throw from Morrison. There's the 0-1 pitch for Morrison. That one is just low. Didn't miss by much, 1-1. One ball, one strike, 2 gone. Bottom 5. There's the pitch. That one swung on. That one's lined to center field. R.J. Williams coming on. Going to make the catch. Vogelsang gave it a good piece of wood, but it ends the inning here in the bottom of the 5th. We head to the top of the 6th. Mariners on top, 3-1. Back here in the top half of the 6th inning, Mariners on top, 3-1. We got a new pitcher on the mound for Cincinnati Steam, Connor Seglars on the mound, South Suburban College, also from Tilney Park, Illinois. So that's going to end the night for Nick Barnes. He went 5 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts for Nick Barnes. Going to lead things off in this inning. Nate Osmo.
Cincinnati scheme is from South Suburban College. Number 10, Connor Saflord.
So Nate Osmo going to lead things off. He's 0 for 1 today with a run scored back in the second inning off a walk. Struck out Sween his last time up.
Leading off the top of the 6th inning for the Grand Lake Mariners, the shortstop, number 18, Nick Osmo.
Oh, Nate Osmo to the plate. 3-1, the Mariners on top. There's the pitch. Osmo in there for a strike. 0-1. There's the 1, the pitch. He looks at a curveball in there for a strike. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch to Osmo. That one's hit sharply down third base line, but foul. Remains 0-2. So, playing a doubleheader today, which means both games getting shortened to 7 games. That means if we get both games in today, we would not have to play tomorrow. That pitch, that one's lined in the left field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and it gets past the left fielder. That one's going to travel all the way to the wall. Osmo on his way to second, or he's going to hold up. A leadoff double for Nate Osmo to begin the top half of the 6th inning.
Now batting for Grand Lake, the designated hitter, number 35, Nick Varda.
So Nick Varda is going to come to the plate, the designated hitter. Varda, 1 for 2 tonight with a single. The pitch shows bunt, pops it up, foul territory, but it's going to get down near the Mariners dugout. 1-1 the count on Varda. So Nick Varda at the plate. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt again, pulls back, but called a strike anyways. 0-2. 3-1 Mariners lead. Top of the 6th inning. It's an 0-2 count on Nick Varda. The pitch swung on and missed. Varda down on strikes. Cole Womack coming to the plate.
It's another Champions Girl strikeout day. We're starting to rack them up here in game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Can you taste this ballpark nachos? Leading on, or now back.
Cole Womack
For Grand Lake, the third baseman, number 12.
coming to the plate. 0-4-2 tonight. Nate Osmo still down at second. The pitch as Osmo is off and running. The pitch fouled off the end of the bat from Womack. 0-1. It was an 0-1 count on Cole Womack. As Osmo was off and running on the last pitch, let's see if he is again here. He got a good jump his last time. The pitch. That one called a strike in the outside part of the plate. Now it's down in the hole is Womack 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. All right, hitting third baseman for the Mariners. A pitch. Outside. 1-2. Good pitch right there. Seglars trying to get Womack to chase, but Womack held up. There's the 1-2. That one is called. Strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. 2 gone. So back-to-back strikeouts here in the top of the 6th for Seglars. And Osmo still down at second base after he reached on a leadoff double. R.J. Williams is going to come to the plate. 1 for 1 today. At the run scored and an RBI. Osmo down at second, the pitch. That one swung on line, foul. 0-1. It's an 0-1 count on R.J. Williams. There's the 0-1. That one's swung on. That one's flied to left center field, giving it a good ride, but going to catch the ball on the run is Moffitt. We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Mariners on top, 3-1. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Mariners on top, 3-1.
Now batting for the Steam.
Chase Mercer going to lead things off for the Cincinnati Steam here in the bottom of the 6th. He takes a ball, 1-0. Little sprinkle coming down. Now on the field. That pitch is high, it looks like. 2-0. Mariners top 3-1. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Morrison winds the pitch. That one is flying to right field. Linder coming on, and he's going to make the catch. And the ball dies right there. 1 gone.
For the Steam, the shortstop, number 5.
Jake Bork going to come to the plate. 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out to short. Both his times at the plate. There's the pitch. Out. Catches the outside part of the plate. 0-1. There's the next pitch. That one's grounded down the third base line, but foul. 0-2. Morrison pitching very well for the Mariners today. Next pitch is fly to deep left center field, giving it a good ride, and can't catch it as Rife. It hits the wall, and in there with a one-out double is Jake Bork.
Now batting for the Steam, the first baseman, number 38, Dallas Beaver.
So Dallas Beaver coming to the plate with a runner on second. Here's the pitch. That one's low. 1-0. So 1-0 count on Dallas Beaver. The pitch. That one swung on. That one's going to be lined into right field for a base hit, and it goes off a Linder off a bad hop. Coming in to score and heading on to second is Beaver. Coming in to score is Bork. It's a 3-2 on Jake Bork. Well, it took a wicked bounce out there in right field off of Tucker Linder, and he couldn't come up with it.
Now waiting for the Steam, the left fielder, number 28, Mike Moffitt.
So now there's runner on second with one gone. It's the tying run. Mike Moffitt coming to the plate. There's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-1. So Cincinnati Steam with back-to-back base hits. That's a 3-2 ball game.
So what was the deal she decided about telling me that we're giving away?
She, for some reason, thinks that since the game
There's the next pitch. That catches outside part of the plate. 0-2.
Okay, so she said, if the game's played, whatever, but she just told me to pick a date.
Well, don't pick Sunday because I already have a feeling dream Sunday.
0-2. The pitch. That one's going to be lined down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. That's going to head all the way to the corner. That's going to score the tying run, and on his way to second is Moffitt. 3 straight hits, and now it's a tie ball game.
Now fans with the
Once again, Mariners shooting themselves in the foot, and error has cost them a run here, as that run probably would not have scored from first if Dallas Beaver was at first, and which he should have been, but the ball ricocheted off of Linder, and he moved up 90 feet. It's a tie ball game here in the top half of the 6th inning.
The first person that delivers a beer to the press box will get a whole inning of PA. And we will do 2 o'clock.
Well, only one gone still, runner on second. Morrison comes set. A pitch. That one's grounded foul. 0-1.
But you got to make sure these kids are available.
3 straight hits for the Cincinnati Steam.
Thank you. So, we used to drink beer freely up here when I first started this shit.
Here's the 0-1 pitch up high. Did he go around? He did not. 1-1.
Hey, Emma, bring 6 to the press box. And me and him and Bo Kenny would drink like a case of, yeah, Schmitty. Me and Schmitty and Bo Kenny would drink a case of beer.
1-1 is outside. 2-1.
Miss that guy, so that's why we didn't get paid. I know, because it was all in beer. The first year I was down there, and the second year I was doing it PA. And I had so much damn fun with those guys.
The ball's 1 strike. 3-3 of the ball game now. The pitch. Pop foul. 2-2. Steam with 3 straight base hits off of Stephen Morrison have tied this ball game up. Morrison comes set. The 2-2. That one's in the dirt. Good block by Isles. Full count. Hayden Singer would be next. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 gone. Bottom 6. We are. Morrison, the payoff pitch. That one swung on high. Hop up in right field. Buckman makes the catch for second out of the inning.
Now running for the steam, the catcher, number 15, Hayden Singer.
As Hayden Singer coming to the plate. Singer 0 for 2 on the day. Runner on second, 2 gone. Morrison, he comes set. The pitch. In the dirt, good block by Isles once again. 1-0. A pitch. Called a strike, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 gone. Morrison, he comes set. The 1-1. In there for a strike, 1-2. There's the 1-2 pitch. That one's fouled straight back. 1-2 count remains. Steam strike for 2 here in the home half of the 6th inning. They tie it up at 3. They got Mercer to fly out to begin the inning. Bork doubled. Beaver singled. And then he got the second on an error by Tucker Linder. Mike Moffitt doubled to bring home Beaver. And then fly out from Griffiths. That pitch fouled straight back. Working this at bat is Hayden Singer. There's the 1-2 pitch once again. That one's grounded foul on third base line. We'll do it again at 1-2. So Singer putting a good AB together, fouling off some pitches from Morrison. 6th, 7th pitch of the bat coming right here. Morrison comes set. The 1-2. That one's in the dirt. Miles with another block. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Morrison, the pitch. That one swung out. That one's lined in the left field. That's going to be a base hit. The runner's going to come around from third. The throw home is going to be not in time as the go-ahead run here has scored. Singer with an RBI single. That is the go-ahead run, and Mariners now trailing 4-3. We're only playing 7, so Mariners' last at-bat's coming up. So once again, another big inning has derailed the Mariners' chances at winning a ball game. Still in it, though. They're only down 1. As Chris O'Neill going to come out to talk to Morrison, he's going to pull him. So Morrison night is done. He's given up 4 hits this inning and 3 runs. We'll be right back with the pitching change. Mariners down 4-3. We're back here, bottom of the 6th. Cincinnati has taken the lead 4-3. Braden Nixich coming on to pitch for the Mariners. Morrison's night is done as the rain has started to a little bit of pick up here. Morrison's night's done. 5 2/3 innings pitched, 5 hits allowed, 4 runs allowed, 3 of those earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Nixich on the mound. Pitch 1 1/3 innings so far, 1 hit allowed. Comes set. The pitch. Outside, 1-0. 2 gone here, bottom of the 6th. Runner on first. 2 doubles, 2 singles in the inning has propelled Cincinnati to a 4-3 lead. Nixich pauses, now delivers. That pitch is low, 2-0. Morrison was doing well until the bottom of the 6th hits. I don't know what it is with the Mariners in the half inning before. The game should end, but they need to find something to work, but that pitch is up high and tight, 3-0. So important for Nixich to continue throwing strikes. That's something Morrison did well today, is he threw strikes, but by the time it came to around the third time in the order, they had him timed up pretty well. That pitch is low, so 4-pitch walk out of the bullpen for Braden Nixich. Hayden Singer coming to the plate. Roger Dennison coming to the plate. Singer moves up to second.
Now batting for the Steam, right fielder, number 31, Roger Dennison.
Oh, Dennison coming to the plate. 4-2 on the night. Mariners looking to stop the bleeding. A pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. First strike out of the pen for Nixich. Second and first, 2 gone. Bottom 6. Nixich comes set. Here's the 0-1. That one swung on, fouled straight back, 0-2. Morrison got ahead of a lot of batters this half inning, but couldn't put him away. And whatever could be the difference maker here tonight. 0-2 count, the pitch. Inside, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 gone. And Roger Dennison. There's the 1-2. That one's in the dirt, get blocked by Isles. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
That's false. They were doing it first. I was doing it before, but then she did. I said, let me do it. And as soon as I picked up.
Welcome to the unfair.
There's the pitch. That one's fouled straight back.
He was like trying to get there.
Remains 2-2. So Nixich trying to come in and end this inning. Mariners going to have one chance to bat here in the top of the 7th. There's the 2-2 pitch. That pitch swung on and missed. Inning over. Steen take the lead in the bottom of the 6th. Mariners coming to bat. They have 3 outs to work with as we're only playing a 7-inning ball game. Steen in front, 4-3. Mariners with 3 outs to work with. We're in the top half of the 7th inning. They're down 4-3. We have a couple of changes here as the new pitcher now is Jake Bork. He was the shortstop. Jake Mercer moves from center to second. Left field to center field goes Mike Moffitt. Now going into the game is Corey Chambis. And he goes into the DH spot. They lose their DH, and Will Vogelson going from second to short. Pat Reif going to lead things off for the Mariners here in the top of the 7th. They need to looking to get a run, at least a run across to tie it up. Once again, we're only playing 7 innings here in the 2 doubleheaders. There's pitch. That one's high and away. 1-0. Reif 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. Line the pitch. That one's outside. 2-0. The Rife adding the count 2-0. Mariners have been proven to be somewhat of a late inning team. They have the batting power to push runs across at any time. But you can never really count them out. It's a 2-1 count here on Patrick Rife. The 2-1. That pitch fouled off. 2-2. From 2-0 to 2-2. There's a 2-2 pitch. That one's fouled straight back. We'll redo it at 2-2. Patrick Rife at the plate. Looking to keep this game alive for the Mariners. It's Bork on the mound. The line, the pitch. That pitch is flied to left field. Giving a good drive. But Chambliss going to make the catch for the first out of the inning. Joe Isles now going to come to the plate.
For Grand Lake, the catcher, number 9, Joe Isles.
Joe Isles, 1 for 3 on the day. RBI single his last time up. Here's the pitch to Isles. That's down and low. Or down and low, the same thing, but down and away. 1-0. There's the line, the 1-0 pitch. Up high. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Joe Isles. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one swung on. That one chopped to short. Comes up with it. Throw on to first. In time. Mariners down to their final out.
Now batting for Grand Lake, the second baseman.
Blake Buckman looking to keep it alive for the Mariners.
So you still talk to the girls from Southern Ohio from last year? Lexi?
No. Funny thing is, so they hit me up the other day and was like, yo, we're having a party in Mason. We'll come and get you.
Blake Buckman to the plate. 1 for 3 on the day. That pitch fouled back and out of play. 0-1. Top of the 7th, 4-3 is our score. Mariners down to their final out.
Oh, the funny thing is the big one followed Alec on Instagram because I followed it. Is that heavy rain?
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-2. Down to the last strike are the Mariners. Looking to keep this game alive is Blake Buckman. Here's the pitch. That one's outside. 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one swung on in line in the right center. That's going to get down. That's going to get all the way to the wall. Buckman going to round first. He's going to head to second. The throw into second, but Buckman's going to be in there. So Mariners staying alive here. Blake Buckman with a 2-out double to right center. Malavey Bettinger coming to bat. So Buckman now in scoring position with 2 gone. Malavey so far tonight 0 for 2 with a single and a run scored. There's a pitch. That one's flied. Foul territory. Left field line, but that one gets out of play. 0-1 the count. Well, Bettinger actually 1 for 3, excuse me. I said 0 for 2, but he's 1 for 3. Malavey Bettinger at the plate. The pitch. That's outside, 1-1. 1-1 count on Benninger. The pitch. Call the strike. 1-2. Once again, Mariners down to their final strike. Mallory Benninger at the plate. Buckman at second. 4-3. Top 7. Here's the pitch. Inside. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Time is called. Benninger steps out. Buckman at second. The 2-2. Allen's down and away, full count. So if the inning would stay alive, Jeff Timko looks to be on deck for the Mariners. He comes in looking like he's going to pitch hit for Tucker Linder. Benninger at the plate. 3-2 count. The 3-2. Swung on and missed. Ball game. Mariners drop the first game 4-3 as they give up 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Mariners fall to 5-6 on the year. So the Steam take game 1 of the doubleheader. We'll be right back with game 2 of the doubleheader. We'll have a new YouTube event for that one. So just pay attention to Twitter, and we'll have a 30 to 40 intermission, and we'll let you know when the second game will begin. Mariners once again fall in the first game of the doubleheader 4-3.